Hey there to all my friends of the Rusty Bolt and the customization of whatever there isn't. Here will be the last goodbye to this country by this motorcycle before it's getting shipped to its new happy home. So this is just a little update to whatever I have tried to figure out and to make sure that my plan actually works out and I can report happily, yes it will. So what you see here in front of you is everything within, let's say, some is very close, some might be 2 centimeters away, and some might be 5 centimeters away. So let's start in the back. I have this massive 100mm wide tire that clears the rear of the frame as we see it. Now it's resting on it, but with a little bit of modification and a little bit of distance, let's say a centimeter of distance or so, the tire will clear the frame. I have maintained the original bolt-on top position of the rear suspension arms, and I have also maintained the original Honda rear swing arm, so that means that the suspension arm and will bolt top and bottom in its original places, so it will have the same width also, and that clears. The tank is now lowered by about 15 to 20 millimeters from its original position, and it, as you can see, it sits there. There's still room for improvement, but I will bottom out at the face of the shape where the tank sits. So I do not want to modify the tank, or I don't need to modify the tank, as I figured out that's not really necessary. So this is low enough. This is the height of where I will sit. The rear wheel will move backwards a bit. You can see just above and behind the rear wheel is the center. There's a little black mark on the wall. That black mark here, that is the center of the wheel, so the wheel goes backwards a little bit, and the bottom part, the bottom point, this point where the swing arm is mounted to, will obviously move backwards and up. That's just hanging here like a loose tooth, because I didn't spend more time showing this mock-up. This mock-up is there for me to understand how I move forward, so apologize, but I still thought I'd make a video and you guys can see. So this is as low as I want to go. This is as different I want to be, so my modifications are contained mainly in the frame, the repositioning of the tank and consequently the seat height. I will also use a skateboard as a seat base and nothing on it to start with. Mine is maybe sooner or later some 10 millimeters of concrete smoothing foam, black foam stuff. Okay, so as you can see, if you continue the line of the main frame here, this line here, I will extend this tube to about there, and this is where the extension lays on the floor. That's it. Okay, so this sleeves over what is left on my original semi-rusted bottom end of the main tube, and then the actual axis for the swing arm will sit on top rather than below. So that means it moves from here to about there. From, you can see the axis here, here, okay, and then I will move on top of the tubes till about there. And for that, obviously, I need to extend the swing arm, so that's why I have these cutoffs of a rather sad and rusted out original swing arm. So I will cut this where you see the white marking. There will be cut here, and I will then use these square pieces, this gray metal piece here on the floor. We will use that inside. I will weld it by drilling holes and so on, and by shaping it slightly. So that is the two main modifications that I'm performing here: modifying the frame, modifying the rear suspension arm. So that puts my wheel backwards and upwards, and that means it lowers the motorcycle quite a bit. So towards the front, there's no modification. So I leave the fork as it is for the time being. I'm just using a smaller front tire. So this is the tire. You see that the actual center of the tire, kind of by the time this actually the weight is going on the suspension, is perfectly in the middle. So I figured that out. Okay, what else do we see? We see the handlebars here, which I have extended on both sides by 10 centimeters. And I will use this broomstick here to finally fill up the missing diameter. There's a 0.5 millimeter or so missing, so that the diameter, outside diameter, is the same. So this is the current situation of my Honda CUB. I'm really looking forward to it. I'm really glad that this all worked out. If you remember the sketch that I made some year ago about what I want to achieve, I had not the foggiest whether this could work, and as we can see now, it will. I have also found my best rear hub. Let me show you. I think I've shown you this before. This is my latest surface treatment. I love that because it just looks rusty, but it's not. So this is raw steel by now that I have had in the vinegar bath for almost a week. I have then scraped off all the rust, and I have then heated it up until it changed color, so to this kind of goldenish color, not quite red, with my handheld torch. Anyway, then I put it in WD-40, and that is it sort of like annealed, if that's a correct word. The top mounting position of the engine case is in. It's not quite right. The front should be slightly higher up, but you see how low the engine sits now, and obviously the exhaust will be the item who will be most vulnerable in this setup. But hey ho, you can't have the beauty without the pain. So what else can I show you? I'm going to show you the process of me the rusting. So there you have it. It's white vinegar, and I'm moving this forward, so it takes about 7 days for each part of the rim. Will have had about a 24-hour period. I'm also here currently bathing my 2 levers for the second engine to de-rust, and yeah, this was massively rusty, this rim. I already spent about 2 hours of brushing, machine brushing the rust off, and that will be my rear rim. You want to see the hubs, they're also done. My arms long enough. Hubs painted. They're lovely. And that's a C90 rear hub and a C70 front hub. Okay, so this is it for the time being. Katie is also coming and is already taken down, so he says hello, and okay, see you soon, take care.